Hello everyone! In this video, I've created a unit called Palace Guards that seems capable of countering the Wuwei Mansion guards who are currently dominating the battlefield. Are they really capable of countering them? Let's verify it promptly. So, here we go. This unit is of the waiting type, equipped with CC immunity skill. While the unit's performance isn't bad, it had almost fallen out of use with the emergence of stronger units like men-at-arms with unit mastery. However, with the recent appearance of new units, there seems to be a demand for units with CC immunity skill again. First, let's start with the customary skill introduction. This unit mainly has two skills. The first one is the charge, which is commonly used by swordmen units. Its purpose is mainly to chip away at enemy units and close the distance with them. The second one is Guard the Throne, the main skill of the Palace Guards, which operates in two stages. It increases firepower and defense, and grants CC immunity for 5 seconds. Pressing it once makes you sit in place and attack. Pressing it again makes you move quickly while attacking the surrounding enemies. The duration of the second stage's skill effect seems to be about 5 seconds. This unit is a waiting unit, meaning it cannot fully utilize its power without forming a formation beforehand. And in my experience, this type of unit is weak. This is because it needs to form a formation before all actions, causing its movements to lag behind by one action compared to units that don't require formation composition. The basic strategy is to infiltrate the opponent's formation with charge and then whittle them down with skill 2, or to use skill 2 in response to the opponent's attacks. The strategy is very simple: set up formation at the enemy's position and use skill 2. Make sure to always face the enemy directly. And when it's necessary to close the distance, just press the button again. Let's delve deeper into the main skill of this unit, Guard the Throne. You can defeat enemies by simply setting up formation at their position and pressing skill 2. Make sure to always face the enemy directly. Struggling after the 5-second control immunity effect wears off, but you can still defeat the opponent. However, if you can't face them directly, they won't counterattack sideways or from behind, so you'll lose normally. Therefore, as a basic strategy, choose positions where it's difficult for the enemy to flank and draw them in. If you understand the unit's characteristics and fight accordingly, you can handle it easily, whether a Wuwei Mansion guards or others. Additionally, when awakened, the effects mentioned above are added when hit, so let's examine long-range and short-range attacks. Long-range attacks are not affected. shortened during close-range attacks, but cannot be shortened from above the block. Thus, I'll introduce a new usage. That's the charge with control immunity. Normal charge can be stopped by control effects, but charge with control immunity always land. It can also be used when retreating. However, the firepower is subtle. Next, I'll introduce a method to maximize the damage of skill 2 after colliding, since the charge with damage is low. By making the formation vertical during raids, you can further concentrate the unit, increase damage. Reducing the number of opponents decreases hits, allowing more damage to pass through. However, be cautious of attacks from the side or behind. Next, let's check the damage. The firepower seems to increase for 6 seconds after using the skill. Since you might be concerned about the number of attack targets, I tested it. The target count for all attacks is 2, default is 1. Only from the front during skill 2 usage. There seems to be a raid damage reduction effect, so let's check its extent. But first, let's look at the state of the block value. Even with doctrines, I felt the thickness of the block. As the video has become lengthy, I've divided it into 2 parts. Stay tuned for the explanation in the second part of the video.